Hiya! I was inspired by a sticker album that I received in a Happy Scrappy subscription kit to make my own with some paper that I had. So I've made this sticker album here. You can see it has a vinyl stickers on the front, and this is from Planners Anonymous paper, and it's to hold all of my Planners Anonymous stickers. And this was some vellum that was in the kit. So with this one I've laminated it because I've used the vellum. Vellum's not as durable as paper, so that one I laminated. This one I've just made with the paper. I haven't laminated it, and I've used acetate for the pockets inside it. So you can see the stickers, and this is a great hunk of stickers because it's the sticker set as well as the stickers that come in the subscription kit. You can see they just slide into the pockets like so, and then that all folds, and you've got your little sticker album which you can pop in the front of a planner, or you could put it, for example, here's a trifold folder I've made, you could pop it in there. I have a tutorial for this using the Blossom kit if you're interested in making one of those trifold folders. Or you could even pop it, for example, where you've got a little pocket somewhere and you can just slide it in there in your planner. It isn't any specific size, it isn't made for any specific size planner is sort of what I mean by that. It's just made to fit the stickers. So I measured the stickers and then decided what size to make it. And you can see with the laminated one it's the same thing. The stickers just slide in like so. So if you'd like to see me I'll make one of each of these in this tutorial using the papers from the Forest Falls kit from Planners Anonymous. So if you'd like to see how to make these, then stay tuned. The first sticker folder I'm going to make will be like this one here, which is just the paper with the acetate pockets. I've chosen this paper here from the Forest Falls kit and the acetate also from the Forest Falls kit to make this. So the first thing is to cut the paper. I cut my paper 8.5 inches wide by 6 inches high. So this is the 8.5 wide, and as you can see, it's the width of the paper that comes in the kit, which makes it nice and easy. So all you need to do is cut the paper at 6 inches. Like so. And then because this is a scoreboard, I can score it at halfway. You can just fold it at halfway, but I'm just going to score it at 4 1/4 inches. And then just fold that. So this will be the outside, and then I need to cut the acetate to make the pockets for the inside. With this piece of acetate, the acetate needs to be cut this way because you do have writing on it. If it was just a pattern, it might have been possible just to have chopped this bit off here, which leaves a nice big chunk for doing something else with. But I need to cut it this way. So what I want to do is cut it 7 3/4 inches wide. And 5.5 inches high. So that's just 1/2 inch shorter than the outside of the sticker folder. Now this is for 2 pockets, so I just want to cut it in half, which will be 3 7/8 of an inch. So now I have my 2 pockets, I just need to decide which one to put where. And so to help me decide this, I'm just going to see how I'm going to cut the pocket. So that way I'll have 2 little sayings on there, and that will stay, that little saying will also stay on the pocket. So I will put them this way. These are the two acetate pockets here, and what I want to do now is cut a curve in the pocket. So you can cut a curve like I have here, or you can just cut a straight line or a shape or whatever you fancy really. I'm just going to stick to the curve, and to make the curve I just use the side of a plate which I had, a bread and butter plate. So to do this I only want to cut one curve. So I just put the two sides together like so, and then just with a piece of washi, just washi the side together so that they won't slip. There. So just to show you again, that's that pocket and that's that pocket. So the curve wants to be here. So the curve actually wants to be on the side where I put the washi, but that's okay. Not a problem. Then all you need to do is put your plate down, or whatever you happen to have to make a curve with, and decide approximately how far down here you want your curve to go. I'll put the plate at the very top here, down to about there, and then just with a Sharpie, just mark that. Like so, and then I'm just going to get some scissors and cut that out. Before I cut it, I'm just going to double check. So that is correct. We want that one to go down and that one to go down. So now I'll just get some scissors. The washi helps hold the two pieces together, and then I'm just going to try and cut on the inside of the Sharpie line so that I don't have the Sharpie remaining on the acetate. It actually moved a little bit. That's okay. Just make sure they're relatively smooth, as in no sharp edges, and then I'll just take the washi off. So now I'm just going to put adhesive on the edges of the pocket. I haven't bothered with gussets or anything for these pockets, as I discovered, you know, we've got about probably 12 sheets of stickers here, and they fit quite happily inside here just by having glue on the sides here, so I didn't need to gusset the pocket to make it bigger. So not gusseting it makes it a lot simpler to make, a lot faster. So I just want to glue on the right sides, so down the long side and then down this side here. And I use score tape. So this is a double-sided tape. I've got my thin one here, 1/8 of an inch. And I'll just lay the double-sided tape along the edge there. And then the same on this one. So now I just need to peel the paper lining off the back of the score tape. Oh, I forgot to I forgot to round the corners. Okay, that's okay. I'll stick it down and then round the corners. There are the pockets there, and if I just grab some of the stickers, you can see they just fit in like so, and that closes into a little folder. What I just remembered though is that I forgot to round the outside corners. So if you look at this one, you can see I just round the outside corners just to avoid being poked by the sharp corner. and also the sharp corners can become a bit tatty sometimes. So I like to round them. I just use my corner chomper on the 1/4 of an inch, and I only round the outside corners. Okay, that's good. There's still adhesive right in the corner. I wasn't sure because when I made this one, I rounded the corners and then put the score tape onto it. This one, of course, I forgot what I was doing. So if we grab the whole chunk of stickers to see if they all fit, I think there were 18 sheets of stickers in the sticker kit and then about 4 in the standard kit. So this is all of the stickers from the sticker kit and the standard kit, and you can see there they all fit quite happily. And then you can pop this, like I showed before, into the front of a planner or wherever you like. Doesn't really work with the colour scheme of this one. So what you can also do, you can see here I cut the word stickers out of vinyl and popped it on. So you can decorate the front of this however you like. For example, you could use a die cut that was in the kit like that. That's simple but really lovely. You could use a selection of all of the other die cuts, doing whatever you like really. Or you could use these quote cards or a combination of quote cards, die cuts. Even some of the stickers you could put on the front there. I also just use the digital files just to create some little stickers here. So I've printed this on sticker paper and cut it out on my Cricut, just some of the die cuts from the digital kit with my word stickers on them. So I could peel, for example, one of these off and use it on the front cover there. But at this stage what I'm going to do is just show you how to make the second sticker folder, so the one that is laminated with the vellum. For the laminated sticker folder, you want to cut the paper and the whatever you're using for the pocket, so whether it's another piece of paper or whether it's vellum, you want to cut it just the same sizing as I did for this one. So the paper itself, we cut the 8.5 inches wide, which is how it comes, and 6 inches high. And then score it at 4¼ inches. And while I remember, I'm going to round the corners of this one. So with a laminated one, I would definitely recommend always rounding the corners, because otherwise you'll have those sharp bits of laminate poking you. So I've only rounded the outside corners of it, not the folded end. I'm going to use the vellum that came in the Forest Falls kit from Planners Anonymous. So I just want to cut this at 5.5 inches high, and I'm going to cut it this way because that way I then have a nice big chunk of vellum to do something else with. And then I'm going to cut 3 7/8 of an inch for one of the pockets, and 3 7/8 of an inch for the next pocket. Now I need to work out which piece of vellum I'm putting on which side and which way I'm going to put the pieces of vellum. So depending on the pattern that I want the leaves to look like. I think I'll put that one there. I think I'm probably going to just stick to what was there and put them that way. So I just want to cut my curve again. So put the insides together and I'll just run some washi along that edge. And then just before you cut, double check you're going to cut the correct way. So I want to cut the curve here. So once again, I've put the washi on the wrong side. Dear oh dear. And then just put my plate here, like so. Just trace that with the Sharpie. And then just cut on the inside of the Sharpie line. And now I'm just going to remove the washi. And there I have my 2 pockets. I also need to just round the corners in these edges of the vellum. So if we pop them together again and just cut them with the 1/4 of an inch. Like so. So now the corners are rounded and that'll go like that. So the next thing to do is to turn the laminator on and heat it up and grab a laminating sheet. Laminator has just warmed up. I've just put one of the printable stickers that I made onto the front of the folder here before I laminate it. With this one here that I made, these are vinyl stickers which I cut on my Cricut, this big hind and this one that says stickers, and I actually just stuck them onto the laminated paper. So I laminated it and then put the stickers on. But with this one here being a paper sticker, just to make it more durable, I'm just going to pop it on and then laminate. So we need to put all this in the laminating pouch, and we need to leave enough room on the edges for the laminate to actually stick down. I do like to put it using this edge so I don't need to cut it, and also the bottom edge. So if you stick it in your folder like that, all you need to do is cut these 2 edges. And then just popping the vellum pockets in the right place. Like so, and then it's just a matter of feeding it through the laminator. Then while it's still warm, I like to bend it at the halfway mark. I just find if you do that, it bends easier in the future. Okay, so now it's just a matter of trimming the laminating off. Just be careful when you have lamination. You can see sort of a little bit of an air bubble on the edge of it, so you do need to cut past that or else the laminate will just open up. You cut the edges and then you've got these really sharp pointy bits here, so you want to round the corners. This corner's rounded from the actual lamination sheet, but you want to round all of the other corners. So I'll just use my corner chomper. Sometimes it doesn't really want to chomp, so I find if you turn it upside down it then chomps. So we now have the sticker folder with the vellum pockets, but of course we can't get into the pockets like with this one here. So what you need to do is actually cut an opening here. To cut the opening, I just use a craft knife and a cutting mat. So I have this Fiskars craft knife and cutting mat. And you need to just feel, the knife follows the edge along. You need to sort of just feel the edge with the knife and cut. So you need to cut enough to get through the layer of laminate, but not enough to then get through the next layer of paper. So sometimes it's good to practice on the back pocket first. So you want to cut near the base and just push. And then just see if you've pushed hard enough to get through, which I haven't. There, you can feel, you can see now the knife has gone through the laminate. So just tracing along, just do a little bit and then just see if you've come through. And if you haven't, you can help it along a little bit. And then just do a little bit more. It's not a race. It just takes practice, and I'm not actually very practiced at it. Do a little bit, make sure it's coming through. Do a little bit. I don't go right to the edge, I leave a little bit there. So you can see there the pocket, and where did I put the stickers? They're in here. And the stickers. So they fit in there like so. So I'll just cut this one. So just the same thing, just start at one end and put a little bit of pressure on and just see if it's enough pressure to get through. And then see if you can get the tip of the blade through. There we go. And then just do a little bit and make sure that you're cutting through. Sometimes you get some scrappy little bits like that, so I can just trim them with scissors once I'm done. So I find as well, if you hold this bit up a little bit, and then you can make sure it's cutting through as you go. I may have just ripped that bit, that's okay. Sometimes near the end you feel like you've got it and you rush a little bit and then you muck it up. So there we go, that's that. And then I'll just trim these few little wispy bits off here. Okay, what I like to do after I've done that is actually just run it through the laminating machine one more time. I don't know if there's any scientific reason for this, but sometimes I feel like the laminate lifts a little bit when I'm cutting, and when I run it through one more time it pushes it back down again. The laminator's just warmed up again, so I'm just going to run this through. And then just fold it again while it's still warm. And then you can see you've still got your pockets opening, but some of the bubbles that had started appearing around the edge of the pocket, they're not there anymore. So it looks a bit tidier just running it through after you've cut the pockets. These are the completed sticker albums. So this one here, I've just put the little printable sticker on it on the Planners Anonymous paper. And then inside there's the acetate pockets holding these stickers in. And this laminated one has the paper from the Forest Falls kit, and then the laminated vellum from the kit on the inside with the stickers there. So they're both fundamentally the same process, but look slightly different at the end of the day. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!